Hey everybody, welcome to the video. I'm Brandon Green. Today I wanted to do kind of a quick run through of my supplies. More my sketching supplies than anything else. I don't take everything with me here, but we'll go through everything nonetheless. First, start off with a sketchbook. I don't have, I'm not overly partial to any one brand or anything, but this is the one that I've been using. It's a Strathmore. It's got toned tan paper in it. I think it's like an 8 by 5-ish, something like that. It's something in that range anyways. But I like it. It's hardbound. It's pretty sturdy. It does open up for the most part. Sometimes I just have to do one of those, but it lays pretty flat. I have to keep my hand here, but I don't mind that so much. If you really want it to lay flat, then get the spiral bound books. Let me see if I can. So this book, these are cachet books. It's got the same tone brown paper in it, but as you can see, it lays perfectly flat. You can turn it over like that if you want, but really good books. Really good books. But they're bigger. I mean, you can see the size. I like this just because it's a little more handheld. I don't know. It's a little easier to carry around, carry in places if I want. And if you guys have followed me on Twitter and Instagram for any length of time, you'll find that I sketch in church a lot. And so, this is easy to carry in church. And it doesn't look so much like a sketchbook. This looks very much like a sketchbook. Whatever. It's personal preference, but this is the book that I've been using. From here, once I'm done with this guy, I don't know. I don't have another one of these empty right now, so I'll either have to buy another one or pick one of my other books that I have. I do have a couple watercolor books I think I'm going to go to. So, like I said, the kind of sketchbook really doesn't stay the same. I change it up just about every time I get a new sketchbook. But I've filled up a few of these, over the past couple years. Okay, so the supplies. Now I have this bag, Dr. Ion. I got this from jetpens.com. It's a really good bag. I've kind of altered it a little bit to fit what I want it to do, but I don't always carry this bag with me. This is usually what I carry with me. So in one side of this big bag, I just have this. And I put some Velcro in here because I used to have an old one of these that I actually tore. I cut in two pieces and had each side on here. It just didn't work out. But this is a little, just a pencil carrier from Global Art. I got this at Hobby Lobby, I think. It's like 12 or 15 bucks. But this is, if I go out in the field, the sketchbook and this is usually what I take. And this is all my tools. So, just start off the bat with the loose stuff, I guess. Kneaded eraser. It works pretty good. It works really good on graphite. The pencils that I use, it erases them pretty well. I could stand to have a white eraser or something. Maybe a... what are those called? Gum erasers or whatever? I don't know. But that's what I use. A little pencil sharpener, something with a case, something with a little pouch in it to where you don't get a mess everywhere. You don't always have to be over a trash can or over a cup or something. I have just carried one of these before and had to get a napkin or something to sharpen my pencils over. It doesn't hold a lot of sharpenings, a lot of scraps, but I have to empty this out every 3 or 4 sharpenings, but it still works. It's still a good little travel pencil sharpener, and it gets my pencil sharp, which is the most important thing. Okay, so we'll start here. This is my number one sketching pencil. You guys have probably noticed I sketch in red a lot. My current pencil is this is a Verithin Prismacolor. It's a crimson red It's nice. It's dark enough that I can get some darks. It's I can erase them, so it's not a standard like Prismacolor or Prismacolor colored pencil where it doesn't erase, so it's not as waxy. Yeah, I've got a stash of these that I go through, and I've been using these for several months now, and I really like them. I used to use the let me see if I have any just kind of lounging around. I don't see any, but I used to use the dual pencil. It has a red on one side, a blue on the other. I really like those, but I found myself always using the red way more than the blue. So I just started going with the red pencil, and this crimson red is the one that I found that I really like. You can use any color. Like there's no reasoning behind red. It's just what I started liking, and I actually tried out a few of the colors. I've tried out greens, I've tried out oranges, blues, several colors, and even blacks. I just tend to like the red. I like the red as opposed to the black, mainly because it forces it lighter a little bit. So if I want to ink over it, it doesn't show through as much. I don't know. It's a whole lot of reasoning in my head, but really it's just that I like the red. Next, I have a Blackwing pencil. A pencil. It doesn't have to be a Blackwing. I just got a few of these. Everybody said they were so great, and but any pencil will do. Any pencil. I have a fire and rescue pencil that we got for free in a little kids to-go bag when we went to the fire station a while back that I've been using for a lot of stuff. So it's just a pencil. It's just a pencil. It doesn't have to be a fancy pencil. It can be. In fact, for a long time, I used these right here, the old Bic mechanical pencils, and I still will use these from time to time. Okay, they're fine. It's a pencil. What you want is something that puts a line on a page. And unless you're really using the special pencils to their full potential, meaning like getting as dark as you can or using the side as dark as much as you can, then if all you're wanting is a line drawing, man, this is good. So, this is a pencil. These are pretty pricey little pencils, too. I mean, they're not, outrageous. It was, 12... What was it? I think 12 for, $20. So, I just thought I'd try them out. And, I mean, they are good pencils. I don't want to knock them at all. They are really nice pencils. But I don't want people to think that, you have to get the brand that I have just because I have it. I just happen to be trying these out right now. So, I've been doing... some little gouache paintings. If you guys have seen my Instagram, you've probably seen me post a few. Excuse me. But so I just carry a little flat brush, and these are two little round brushes that they're just little travel brushes. They came with an old watercolor kit that I had that busted last week, and I was so bummed about it. But just put them in here. That way I don't have to carry separate brushes when I go out painting. Then I got my zebra brush pens. I have a fine and I think this is a medium. These are what I use to line my artwork. So if I do a black line around my artwork, this is what I use. I just really like these. I like the tips on them. They do wear out pretty fast if you use them a lot, so you can go through these pretty quick. But I don't know. I like the quality of line that I get with them. They're robust enough. The tips are robust enough. They spring back. They're nice. I like them. So... Zebra brush pens, again, jetpens.com, you can get these. And you can get them on Amazon and stuff, but that's where I got them. Then I got a high-tech C pen, which the 03, super fine line. Really nice little gel pens. Really fine lines. If you want some really good detail work, yeah, these are nice. So I don't use them a whole lot. I've tried them out from time to time, and I use them for detail work. So if I really need a little spot of detail, it has to be super thin. It's way easier to do it with this than try to super hard to get an ultra fine line with these. So high-tech C pens. Then I go into my whites. I have a white colored pencil, which I use way more than I actually want to. But this is just a plain Prismacolor white colored pencil. I haven't found any other white colored pencil that puts down white like a Prismacolor. It's just waxy enough where it goes on top of things. It works really well with my Prismacolor markers. Yeah, these are just good colored pencils, and I don't use any other plain colored pencils other than this white. And then I have this. This is a Uniball Signo, however you want to pronounce it, but it's a white gel pen. I haven't used this in a long time, other than I'll just go in and put like a little dot for maybe the eyes or something, like get a little reflection. I use this very sparingly, so not a lot of this gets used. I used to use it a lot because I'd put this like white outline around things, and I just don't do that anymore. So, but this is the pen to do it with if you're going to do that. Either that, or like if you really want to get thick with it, you could use like a whiteout pen or roller or something. But yeah, these were really good for that. So any of you out there that like white outlines and you want one that goes on pretty smooth, the Uniball Signo. Sorry, I'm flipping this around everywhere, but jetpens.com. And then I have 3 Copic markers. I have a black, I have a like a medium gray and a light gray. I don't use these very often. In fact, I could probably just get rid of them out of my little pack here and not miss them. But every now and then, I find a need for it. They kind of overlay over some things sometimes just to give me a nice dark tone. The black is a nice, I can get the chisel tip and get a real nice thick line with it. Yeah, they're nice. So I keep them around because every now and then I use them. But yeah, a couple Copics. So that's what goes in this little travel pouch. I won't bore you with me putting these away right now. So, in the other side of this, I keep kind of a travel set of markers. Where's my sketchbook? Okay, so in my sketchbook, in the very back, I've got this little chart. And I made this chart in Illustrator and just printed. I saved this chart back there, and then I tear out a page of my sketchbook. I print it on it. I run it through the printer, and that way I have this chart in there. And then I have to actually go in and fill in these little swatches every time I get a sketchbook, which is kind of a pain, but it really comes in handy. So that way I have a color swatch of every marker that I have and what it's exactly going to look like on this type of paper. Because what it looks like on here and what it looks like on a white sketchbook are going to be completely different, or pretty different. So I make this, and then you can see some of them are highlighted. Well, the ones that are highlighted are the ones that I keep in here. So that way, if I'm out sketching and I look back here and I'm like, I could really use lime peel 124. Oh, shoot, I don't have it. So the rest of them I keep in little old DVD case buckets up here. There's probably a way better way of keeping these, like a fancier way, but these work really well for me right now. So I don't have a big fancy marker case, and I've never really cared to because I have those and they work just fine. Like I can see the end, I can see the numbers on the end, so they work fine. So anyways, so yeah, I have a set of markers, and these change from time to time. But I tried to go through and just kind of get a little bit of sampling from each one, like a light and a dark of each color, of each main, like primary color and secondary color, and then a few extras. A few skin tones, some good, like, I would just call them like featured colors, like colors that I know that I'm going to see people wearing a lot. Sometimes you just see fashion trends that come up and you're like, oh geez, everybody's wearing this certain like blue or something, so you want to make sure you have that. But a good range. So I don't always carry these with me because markering to color a sketch is time consuming. Like it could take an hour to color a sketch. Yes, I could do it quicker, I could do it in a few minutes, but if I the type of stuff that I do, you guys saw this guy last week. You guys have probably seen a lot of these. So the type of this stuff, this could take 30 minutes to an hour. That's a lot of time when you're out in the field. So I don't do a lot of the coloring in the field. But if I'm out with somebody and I know I'm going to be out for a while and I'm going to have time to do it, then yeah, I'll take this whole case with me. I'll put this guy inside of the other pouch, and that way I just have this one little bag to take. But most of the time, it's just this guy. It's just way easier to carry around, especially when it's not all loose like that, falling everywhere. So anyways, those are my supplies. Hope you guys can take some information from this, get something out of it. You know, every week I get questions about what supplies I use, so I figured it'd be a good time just to do a little response to all those questions, and that's it. So anyways, you guys have a good week. Go draw something, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please like the video if you did like it, and follow me on Instagram, Twitter. You guys have a good week. Bye-bye.